They just don't get it. How you're being underrated and others are being overrated. Some people will judge you. They don't know who you are. Never had a conversation with you. They know nothing about you. They haven't given you an opportunity to make them aware of who you are. But they will judge you. They will judge you wrong. And they will immediately underrate you. Sometimes you're just chilling. Sometimes you're not dressed like this big time lawyer or this president. You're just casual. You haven't taken the time to overdo it. You're just casual. You're keeping it simple. It is not about outward appearance. Like I am here in nature, just with a t-shirt. I am in nature. I am not overdressed. I do not have a tie on. So it is very easy to underrate for some people who are not that deep. It is very easy to underestimate. The same for you. Underrate you. Meanwhile, certain other people who are well dressed, they have their jacket, they have their tie, they are well dressed, quote unquote, they get overrated. They are wearing something expensive, they get overrated. They are driving a car that is more expensive or looks more expensive, they get overrated. There you are with your ordinary car and you are being underrated. People love to jump to conclusion. It could be the way you're dressed. It could be the car you're driving. It could be where you live. It could be what you're doing at the time. It could be what you post on social media. Whatever it may be, these people are so quick to underrate. Meanwhile, they are overrating somebody else. They are esteeming that other person higher than you. Meanwhile, you're the real celebrity. Meanwhile, you're making more money. Meanwhile, you are better off. Meanwhile, that other person is no match for you. Now, do you care? Are you bothered by it? You're not really bothered by it, but you realize what is happening. How clueless people can be. And what's bad is they will treat you accordingly. They will treat you according to how they view you. The contempt, the disdain. You who can do more for them, they're treating you with contempt. A friend of mine recently told me a story about that, where she walked into a restaurant and she was treated with such contempt just because of the way she was dressed. Simple. She didn't overdo it, but they were giving other people more attention because these people looked more expensive, appeared to be more expensive. Their clothes appeared to be, it appeared that they had a bigger job. But I can tell you, she's most likely making so much more money. People judge you according to these external things. You are on the airport, the immigration officer is judging you according to the way you dress. And even more than that, according to how you look. Your race. Do you know what I'm talking about? And on this channel, it's not about race, but people often judge you according to that. And it's crazy. It's crazy how clueless people are, how quick they are to judge, how quick they are to underrate. Let them underrate. Let them underrate you and let them overrate somebody else. Let them be wrong. They're treating you as the criminal. Meanwhile, the criminal is passing through immigration without being questioned, without being interrogated like they are doing to you. My goodness. They will judge you wrong. Who are you to do that? Who are you sometimes to buy that car? Who are you to live in a beautiful apartment? You must have cheated your way. You must have done something wrong. You cannot be doing this legally. That is how they're thinking. So, if it appears that you have a little, they're judging you. If it appears that you have a lot, they are judging you. They will find every reason to do so. So you have a big house, they're judging you. You probably sold drugs. You're a successful musician, you probably sold your soul. You had to have done something wrong. And that is how they sabotage themselves. That is how they mess up their life. Because they are saying to the universe, hey, the only way to acquire certain things I desire is by cheating. Is by cheating my way to success. Is by cheating my way to quote unquote victory. And since I am not that type of person, I will never be successful. I will never make it. I will never drive that new car or that used car, whatever it may be. I will never live in that beautiful apartment. I will never do this. I will never do that. When they think they are going against you, they are going against themselves. The great one that you are, you with all your greatness, you that person who is deep, you who are that light, you who have so much to offer. Had they only taken the time to have a conversation with you, perhaps they would have been enlightened. Perhaps they would have gained a lot through your discourse. They would have gained a lot. It is either they gain a lot or they gain nothing, because the teacher appears when the student is ready. So if they are not ready, greatness will be in their presence and they will not be able to benefit from such greatness. It will be like casting pearls at swine, as it said in the Bible. Casting pearls at swine. Makes no sense. The pigs will only hate you for it. They will not be thankful. As you click that like button, as you smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm, give the video a thumbs up. As you're just here in nature, I'm just chilling with you in nature. Is that alright? I know it's alright because you're watching. Give the video a like. Oh my goodness, there they are. Underrating you. Overrating themselves. Overrating others. Have you seen that? Underrating you, overrating others, and they end up creating a terrible situation. They end up putting themselves in a terrible position. It shows how clueless they are, how far behind they are, how much they haven't advanced. You see, some people appear to be sheep, but they are wolves in sheep's clothing. Some people appear to be about the light. They are not about the light. They are all about the darkness. Meanwhile, you are about the light. And they cannot see it. They are too blind to see. It reminds me of a picture I saw the other day. And you always see these pictures where there is a rich man and a poor man. And if you were to look at these pictures, you wouldn't be able to tell who's the rich man and who's the poor man, because the rich man dresses simply. He doesn't have all of this jewelry. He doesn't have all of this, what do they call them, brand name clothing, all the Gucci and the this and the that. Just a simple t-shirt. Meanwhile, the quote-unquote poor man or the broke man, he has all of this gold, he has all of this expensive stuff. He appears to be rich. Some people will not realize that he's actually broke. He appears to be rich, but he's not. The rich man appears to be poor, but he is not. And that is why it's so important not to jump to conclusion. They will underrate you and overestimate somebody else. Underestimate you and overestimate somebody else. Underrate you and overestimate somebody else. Are you crying about it? No. Does it make you sad? Not really. It doesn't really make you sad, but it's a sad situation to see how people judge others and end up sabotaging themselves. Sometimes it's a relationship. People go for the person they shouldn't go for. Shiny object syndrome. There they are going from shiny object to shiny object, and there's a treasure there. They refuse to see, and also blindness. They're blind. They cannot see that the diamond is there waiting for them to receive it or to accept it. Meanwhile, they see some broken glass and they're going for it instead. They have underrated the diamond that you are and overrated the broken glass or whatever it was or whatever it is, or a small grain of sand, the shiny ones on the beach or wherever. They end up messing it up for themselves. I said they have no clue. They don't get it. They are easily fooled. Sometimes in a relationship. Have you seen this? The great one that you are, but you were not picked. That person you liked so much, you wanted to be in a relationship with, never picked you, never chose you. Thankfully, the Most High has chosen you. You answered the call. Let me tell you something. The Most High has chosen everybody. This thing about the chosen ones and all of that, you are the one who accepts the call, and that makes you a chosen one. Because even if I choose if you choose somebody, let's say you choose somebody and they never accepted it, that is not your person there. They have to answer the call. So the people who answer the call, I don't like the term chosen ones, but you can call them the chosen ones because they accepted it. So now they can qualify. Now they've chosen to be on the good side. Now they qualify. Now they are part of the fold. Anyway, but this is not what this video is about. So somebody didn't choose you, but you're the one who has all of that to offer. But they're only looking at outward appearances, illusions. They're being fooled by somebody else. Somebody makes them think they're the better person. And you're not chosen. You're not picked. Who loses? They end up losing because they had an opportunity to be with a good person. Somebody would have showed them all of that love. Somebody who would have cared for them, who would have been true to them, who would have appreciated them, who would have been a blessing in their life. But because of the lens they are wearing, they cannot see clearly. They cannot see clearly. They will get somebody who is a match for who they are. They will not get an advancing man or an advancing woman like you are. Have you seen this in your life where you are so underrated? You are the one with all of the talent. You are so blessed by the Almighty, the royal one that you are. You are so amazing. You have so much to offer, yet you are underrated. People cannot see how talented you are. They cannot see clearly. They don't have a clue. They don't get it. Meanwhile, they choose somebody who is not even as talented as you are. Have you seen it in the workplace? You're the one for the job, but they do not pick you. They pick somebody else. Somebody who is not as skilled as you, who is not as talented as you, gets the job, gets the promotion. That is why it's so important to believe in yourself. It is not about how people view you. You know how great you are. You know how blessed you are. You know how talented you are. It's all about nurturing that talent. It's all about growth. It's all about growing daily. But you will not allow anybody to make you feel small. Just because they're looking down on you doesn't mean that you will look down on yourself. Just because they think you're not good enough doesn't mean that you will think you're not good enough. Just because they underrate you doesn't mean that you will underrate yourself, that you will underestimate yourself. You will keep moving forward. You will keep pressing on the upward way. You will keep getting new heights every day. And it's only a matter of time till they realize how wrong they were about you. Dead wrong. Dead wrong. If we go by appearances, we will be misled. And they have been misled. They are being fooled. Not deliberately. You didn't try to mislead them. They did it. They are the ones who didn't pay enough attention. They are the ones with the clouded mind. Greatness was in their midst and they didn't realize it because of the way they think, because of the way they look at things, because of the fact that they love to judge others and they often get it wrong, or they don't get it at all. So if you've experienced this, I want to hear your story. I want to read it in the comments. I want to hear what you have to say, as I'm just here chilling in nature. It's beautiful out here in nature. The birds have been singing. Thank you so much for supporting the channel via PayPal, via Super Thanks. Thank you for being a viewer, for being a subscriber, for being a member, even more for being an advancing visionary, or even more an advancing luminary. Members of this channel, you are valued, you are appreciated. Thank you so much. My name is Mantius. This is the Advancing channel. I am sending you loads of positive energy. One love, God bless, and all the best.